Hi there, name's Tim Suckerfield. I used to be a hockey fan, but now I'm a fan of hydration. I find it much more important, so you may be debating. I'd like to get some coconut water in my life. Should I just buy the pasteurized carton or an actual coconut? Cleave my way in. Let's talk about it. So the age-old debate has reached us once again, raw versus cooked. Can you even compare them? I mean, the answer's pretty obvious. A coconut is better than the pasteurized bottle, but there's circumstances in which this is easier and possibly better. Just the other day, I went to a shop and they had coconut water, 2 liters for $7. So $3.50 a liter versus $3.99 for one coconut. Now that's just my city and my life, my sad life. In Thailand, it was much cheaper. It was a pain in the ass to get those things home. On my bike, I was toppling over. It was so heavy, but worth it. Even in Thailand, I was buying those cartons after a while. I just got sick of it. It's just so heavy, so much of them to get home. Then you need a cleaver. It's a lot more effort, but I will say this. I bought both the other day, bunch of cartons and some coconuts. I bought a cleaver. For side rant, I went to buy a cleaver in a kitchen shop. It was $200. I was like, what are you doing? What, are you joking? And then I saw another one, a tinier one, for $75 on sale. Yeah, nice sale. So I went to another store. They didn't have one. Went to the dollar store, $4.50. We found our way inside of a coconut. Take that, life savings. The reason I wanted coconut water in my life is just to get more hydrated. I feel like hydrating your bowels should be your number one goal in life. And I'm doing pretty good right now. I drink some water. I make a vegetable juice. I'm eating lots of high water content fruits. And sometimes I eat grains. Those suck the water right back out. That's a bad news, a bad deal. So I wanted to add in coconut water. Can I keep my satisfying fun grains like quinoa with the coconut water? It really just expands it. So you have these giant poos that just force their way out your ass. Whatever. So anyways, I wanted to get some coconut water in my life, and to my shock, I hack open one of these coconuts. I get about 1.5 cups of liquid versus a liter for cheaper. 50 cents cheaper for like 3 more cups almost, 2.5 more cups. So if your goal was to get the coconut water, you get so much more with these cartons, but it's not raw, healing water. It's different, it's pasteurized, it tastes completely different. There's almost no coconutty hint. I was actually kind of surprised when I opened up the coconut and it had this coconutty hint. I was like, oh, and it's thicker, a thicker juice type of thing. So it is the better choice, but you get so much less water. In order to get a liter, I would have to buy you might get lucky with some getting more liquid in there, but at least 2, that's $8 now, possibly 3, $12 versus the $3.50. But then you move on to, you actually get some fat. If you get the whole coconut, you chop that thing open, it's delicious just on its own. And it's healthy, I believe. Saturated good fats, not of the lamb murder variety. Healing coconut fat. So the answer to our dilemma is you buy both. They're both good. It's just, do you want that extra fat? Some days you want to be no fat. So why have that? Are you going to throw out that meat now? You paid for it? Is the pasteurized liquid really that much worse than the raw? I don't know, man. Probably a little bit, but you get more of it. You get more of worse liquid, but there's more of it. So that could be hydrating. That is your goal here, to hydrate and super large size your poo so it hurts. So I would go with the coconut cartons mostly, but occasionally having some actual coconuts. If you live in Thailand, and very close to the coconut shop, It's not this whole ordeal where you're biking like 8 kilometers with racks in the traffic going one way in the wrong direction. With Thailand traffic, if it's much easier for you, go for the coconuts every time. Don't even look at the cartons. But in compromised land, Canada, I prefer the cartons. The last 2 days in a row, I had actual coconuts. And they were good, but it wasn't much liquid. And now today, I'm going to have my full liter carton soon. Soon, even though I've had a green juice and a fruit meal. I'm going to have some coconut water and then durian for dinner. Fully raw, except the coconut water. It's burnt. It's crippled cooked food. But if you're looking to compromise, oh no, I'm having cooked food. Cooked coconut water, that's good times. Like a cooked fruit, much better than starch. Starch is a compromise, but a good one for the Herculean gains. So what do you think? Is the pasteurized coconut water too big of a compromise for you? Or are you leaning on my side? It's convenient and fun and still good enough. Post your thoughts down below after you thumb up the video, of course. Just a short one today. Thumbs down if you're drinking pasteurized pork blood. You do know that there's salt added. That's a poison. That's the first poison. Then there's like pork AIDS, pork trichinosis. It's blood. That should have thrown you right off. Why is it next to my sugarcane juice in the freezer aisle of that store? That's the second question you should have. Fifth question. It's too close. It's not the same even remotely. They're liquids, but one's more of a jelly full of death. It shouldn't be near my sugarcane juice. Should you buy sugarcane juice instead of the coconut water? I don't know that you should. It's more expensive. If you could get it fresh pressed, then you have something that's delicious. I want some. Do you have some? Will you mail it to me? Should I leave? I'll go. After you subscribe. You don't care about this show. I get it.